Well, another breakdown. At least I was in a good spot to get it taken care of. Yeah, dealing with all this snow and crap out of Oklahoma up through, everywhere, blah, blah, blah. We got Rusty and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and very fuzzy studio audience. You know him, you love him. Joe can't live without him. It's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey, YouTube. Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. You can see how lovely it is out here. This is Tuesday, the 18th of February, 2025. Yeah, lots happened since I did that last video Friday night, where I showed the laser lines and all that, how cool that was. Well, of course, then Saturday morning, truck threw a belt, so I lost heat, charging, everything. And of course, I was in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, after getting loaded at the Bush's Baked Beans. And had to keep making calls, find out what to do, and did finally make it over to North American Trailer. They were only a couple miles away. Oh, it's loud. Wind. Took all day, but they were actually able to find out what happened. Alternator pulley had seized up. That's what tore the belt, and through the belt, they were able to get me fixed by late afternoon on Saturday. So, I had my delivery at Oklahoma City on Monday morning, 12:15 a.m. Lousy delivery time. So I was able to make a little farther. Obviously, I didn't get much sleep that night. Went through on the belt in the morning. We had to miss Rusty's doctor appointment, so I have that rescheduled. We'll see if we can make that. Yeah, then made it down to Story City, Iowa, parked for the night. Finished the drive the next day starting around noon, all the way down to Oklahoma City. We did make the delivery, and then I got loaded in Tulsa yesterday. It was like 45 degrees. It was beautiful. It was beautiful then in Tulsa. But yeah, you see what's happening now. This is going all through like a lot of the southern states, Oklahoma, and all the way across. And I got above where the ice was supposed to be. I made it up to Heston, Kansas last night, and I just left from there a little bit ago, and you can see what it looks like out here. It is nasty. And the road, for the most part, at least the right lane, is basically dry. I was going to try to get some work done up in York, Nebraska, get that leaking fuel injector seal fixed, get some steer shocks thrown on, and try to get the other steer tire done across the street at the 5-star. I don't know, we'll see. This delivers Wednesday, tomorrow at 1 p.m. in Cheyenne. So whether or not we're going to make that, I don't know. Because of course it's supposed to be snowing all the way up through the rest of Kansas, all the way across Nebraska, and then I think it's even supposed to be in Wyoming tonight. So, I don't know. For right now, we're just doing what we can, but yeah, wind is blowing like 30 miles an hour from the north. Right now I'm going northwest. That's why you see it shooting across the road. I am so over winter. Oh my God. So over winter. Well, we'll see if we make it or not. I got Rusty's appointment rescheduled for Friday. Picking up the lignite again on Thursday in Glen Rock, maybe. And who knows, we may have to reschedule that appointment again. Alright, I was talking to Elliot while I was driving up here towards Salina, Kansas, to the Petro, where I'm trying to get fuel. Got some assets causing trouble here, and we were looking at the weather, and it looks like I'm going to be a lot better off taking 70 across towards Denver to get up to Cheyenne, as opposed to going straight up on, I think it's Highway 82, 89, something like that, up to York, and going across that way where I'd run into a lot more snow. I'm delivering to a Walmart in Cheyenne. Walmart distribution centers, if you don't show up on time, they always make you reschedule for the next day. So I'd rather try to make it there for that. So I'm going to have to put off the maintenance I was hoping to get done. And now I'm just sitting here waiting to fuel. Yeah, look at this. They've got a lot of the fuel islands blocked off with cones. I don't know what's happening in front of where that guy's parked. That one over there is blocked off with a cone. And you got Knight sitting there, not fueling, behind the fuel island, just parked. Looks like there's only the first and second one open. And this guy pulled up, parked behind the pump, There's no cone on that one, so we can assume we can fuel there, and yet he's been blocking it. Just talked on the CB to the tanker parked next to him. We said, yeah, that driver's been sitting there for a long time. He don't know where he is, doesn't know where he is. So, a giant asshat. So you only got a couple fuel islands open, and Knight is going to block one, I guess because they needed to go inside and get their Popeyes chicken. You jack off. Also blocking one of the fuel islands, you got this one over here. I think he's blocking a pump that's already blocked off. If I can get it to zoom. Yeah, somebody had a bad ride. Look at that. That truck is tore up. It even looks worse from the side. He's being towed by another big truck. But yeah, I mean, the windshield's gone. You see how messed up that thing is? As I came around to the side, it's really tore up. They had a lousy ride. What do you think? Oh, Knight's finally pulling forward. There's another truck in front of him, so now he's just going to pull forward and continue to block that fuel island. Okay, yeah, so after I finally got fueled there in Salina, then decided, yeah, I need to go the other route. So look at this. Yeah, instead of going straight north from Salina up to York, I went ahead and called them and canceled my appointment to get my truck worked on because it just looked like it was going to be way too much snow that way. And then I didn't want it to be a case where they shut down the road and then I'm stuck because Walmarts will make you reschedule for the next day usually, and I needed to be able to keep rolling after that. So, yep, went this way across I-70 all the way up to, well, here I am in Lyman right now, and I got to shoot up through the Denver area, which I hate, but hopefully it'll be after rush hour, it won't be too bad, and deliver my appointments at 1 p.m. And went ahead and stopped at Oakley on the way because they've always had nice showers. They got brand new ones. How about that? Upstairs, and grabbed that because I'm going to meet my wife after Walmart tomorrow. She and I are going to try to have a late anniversary dinner. Our anniversary was the 5th, so I didn't want to be all stinky. Thought I'd be at least, you know, as fresh as I can be. Yeah, so after Walmart and then having a nice dinner with my wife, hopefully, then yeah, we're going to go to Tres Amigos. We both are big Mexican food fans. Then I'm going to shoot up towards Glenrock and go ahead and pick up that load on Thursday, deliver Saturday. Don't have anything planned after that, but I am going to try to get there first thing in the morning Thursday so I can do Rusty's appointment, which I rescheduled for Friday at the Banfield Pet Hospital in Woodbury, Minnesota, St. Paul area, late Friday afternoon. Then we deliver Saturday morning, so that's the plan as far as that goes. And who knows if it's still going to be just as frigid, bitter cold as it has been everywhere else I've been. I am so sick of the cold. I'm so sick of winter. Are you? I mean, come on, we're done now. So like I say, parked here in Lyman, Colorado tonight at the McDonald's, actually. They have about 10 spots here, and there was only 2 trucks when I pulled in. I'd rather park here than the TA across the road or the Flying J a little bit further down the road where everybody else and their dog thinks they need to pack into, and there was a good chance probably that didn't get plowed well, who knows. So found a spot here, lovely place to be. Yeah, and back to that alternator seizing up. And then, of course, throwing the belt. Like I say, I was literally 2 miles away from the Chippewa Falls North American trailer location. They're related to Blaine Brothers. You may have heard those in Minnesota. Both great places to get any work done. Their labor rates are much cheaper than most shops, and they do a good job. And they had an on-call, so my truck was still running when I called and said, look, I know I've thrown the belt, but I can probably make it a couple miles, so at least we can have it inside, so you can work on it inside for 1, and 2, then me and Rusty don't have to freeze our butts off. What do you think? So that worked well. Just took him a while to track down the alternator. Of course, the Freightliner in Eau Claire didn't have it. Turned out a Volvo had one similar. It was going to be a little bit different voltage, but I would have had to wait till Tuesday to get the one done from Freightliner. And you know, and he said, well, he also, when I was in the shop there, and he's on the phone with his boss saying, okay, I can go get this one from Volvo and stuff, or we can wait until the one comes in on Tuesday, you know, from Freightliner, and it would be cheaper then because I have to charge you the road call fee. And I'm like, I'd have to spend, what, 3 nights in a hotel at more than $100 a pop, I'm sure. Find a hotel that takes dogs. Then I don't have all the food I have here in the truck, so I got to spend money on food. It would cost me $500 or more to wait until Tuesday. Plus, then now I've pissed off the broker, and I'm late on the load, and yada, yada, yada. So no, I'll pay the extra fee. Okay, just looked at the invoice, and because they emailed it to me, I have an account there, so I don't have to pay immediately. So yeah, it was about $1,500 total. $500 of that was just the alternator and the belt. Okay, so $1,000. Okay, and you say, well, that still sounds kind of high. Well, it did take him 4 hours to do it, and it was only $150 extra for the service call fee. So if I had waited the 3 days, I would have only saved $150 and would have spent an extra $500 just in hotel and food and all that crap. So that's not too bad. It took him, almost 2 hours to get the old pulley off of the old alternator because the whole thing had seized, and so then it seized on the stem, and yeah, he worked hard to get that off. So, to save my butt and keep me going, and I didn't have to give back a load or two and all that, I can't really complain about that too much. And like I say, it would have only been $150 less if I had waited till Tuesday, plus I would have spent $500 more. So, North American Trailer, Chippewa Falls, Blaine Brothers, they're all over Minnesota and parts of Wisconsin, so I would recommend them. I mean, crap breaks on these trucks, and that's part of the problem of being an owner-operator, but at least as an owner-operator, you have the right to make the decision of when it's going to get done and how fast. And so, yeah, so to save $150 just to wait and then pay more in a hotel and all that and lose loads and not keep working, no. This is all wraps into your overall what you're making. Had a really great week last week, and this week's going to be pretty good. So we're able to absorb it, and because that's how you do business. You roll the cost of repairs and stuff into what you're making, and you hope in the overall, in the long run, you're making more than you're spending. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, just there's always some sort of breakdown, isn't there? But at least we were in a good spot to get it taken care of, right? And dealing with all that snow and stuff, and of course now we're doing a video tonight, so who gets his what. Yeah, he's waiting for it. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment and share and thumbs up and all that jazz that helps me out. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. Haven't put anything up there in a while. Sorry about that. And as always, they're coming. Sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. Wait a minute. $48 for 2 tents? Well, yeah, they're very nice tents. And of course, that price includes scenery and wildlife fun. Okay, why do you need my address on here? Oh, we like to send out a mailer. All right, Mr. Spaz, you ready? You ready? Oh, there's the first one. Oh, yes. Loving that bag and strip, baby. Loving that bag and strip. He's loving that bag and strip. All right, Rusty, you ready for another one? Oh, I see a crumb on the floor still, so you need to get that taken care of, yes. Then the other one's sneaking in over here to your right. There it is. Oh, yes, or that would actually be your left. My right. Yes, Rusty, enjoying his bag and strip bounty. Trying to get the enjoying cam view here. You wiggle around too much when you eat those. Another crumb on the floor. Better get it. To your right. It's right there. There you go. All right. Happy dog.